Hey guys, welcome back to Selenium with Java, January 2024 batch, online training session 7. In today's session, I will cover few important topics from Selenium WebDriver, like how to handle frame, how to capture screenshot, how to handle Windows alert, what is headless browser testing, how to handle cookies, what is the importance of ByAll element locator, and how to select an option from auto suggestive dropdown. As of now, you already learned, right, how to interact with different web element using Selenium WebDriver, like checkbox, radio button, web edit box, right, images, and different kind of stuff. But here you'll be learning the other aspect, right, how to handle frames, right, Windows alert, cookies, all this stuff. So frame or iframe is a web page which is embedded in another web page or an HTML document embedded inside another HTML document. The frame is often used to insert content from another source, such as advertisement, into a web page. The frame tag signifies a frame, or iframe tag signifies a iframe. But the problem is that sometime by navigating to the web page, right, or the URL, you will not able to identify that whether the frame is available or not, and how many frame is available or not by look and feel perspective. But there are couple of stuff you there so that you can identify that frame is available or not, and then you can handle the frame. After that, you can do the operation. So user cannot detect the frame by just seeing the page. So what are the different options to identify the frame apart from Selenium WebDriver? So first you need to open the application using any of the browser, like it can be Chrome, Firefox, etc. You need to right click on the page. If the user is able to find the option like reload frame, then there must be frame inside the web page. But the problem is that only the area wherever frame will be there, only you will be getting the option. But wherever any kind of frame or iframe is not available, you will not able to see that problem. So what are the other solution? You need to press F12 button from the keyboard. You need to press Ctrl F. Then you need to search with frame or iframe keyword. Right? That word. If the user is able to find some result, search result, which means that some frame or iframe is available in the web page. So user can even identify total number of frame or iframes available in the web page. Right? So I will show you how to handle that. So let's go to some pages where some frame is available. So this is the page, right, where only one frame is available. There can be multiple frame as well. So if you click right click here, you would not able to see, right, reload frame option. But this section frame is available. So if you right click here, you could able to see, right, view frame source or reload frame. This means that particular section frame is available. But here if you click, that is no option is available. So by looking and feel right click also, you will not able to 100% sure whether any kind of frame is available or not in the web page. So what are the options you need to do? You need to press Ctrl F. Sorry, first you need to press F12 button. Okay, then you can press Ctrl F. Then you can press drive iframe. Okay, so iframe can be available, multiple iframe, that particular word can be available, but does not mean that any kind of frame is available. So how you can understand? The tag should be starting with iframe. So you could see this particular things tag is starting with iframe. That means the frame is available. And if you select that one, it is highlighting the left pan, right? You could able to see this is highlighting the left section. That means that section is having the frame. So in case you want to interact with any element inside that one, so you need to first handle the frame, then only you can interact. So here there is option, right, drag and drop. So you can also learn how to drag and drop the element. Okay, so there is a actions class through which you can drag and drop an element. So I will show you, cover you. So this is drag and drop, right? So in the action class, a lot of element is there. You can drag and drop as well. But until you are handling the frame, you cannot drag and drop. Okay, so let's see what are the way we can handle the frame. So I have created a class session 7. I have set the properties for the Chrome driver. I have created an object or instance for the WebDriver interface, and I am maximizing the driver, and I am passing the URL, right, whatever I have opened, jqueryui.com droppable. Now I want to drag and drop element, right? Drag and drop here. So I need to identify those element first. So I will identify the option, draggable element. So you could see it is starting with div keyword id is draggable. So it is unique. I know already. That is the reason. Otherwise, in case it is not unique, you need to create your XPath. So what I will do, I will just create a XPath called web element. Sorry, I mean create an object for that particular element, right? Say source. That is my source element equal to driver dot find element by dot email, right? Sorry, by dot, what is that? By dot id, dot id. And what is the id? I will simply copy it, draggable. I will paste it, through which I can identify the element. Draggable, double quote, end with colon. So element will be there. So you need to import that web element interfaces from the org.open selenium packages. Similarly, for the target, right? What is my target? I want to put the item here, right? So I will just inspect the target element as well. What is that id? Droppable. So I can create an object called target. Similarly, with the help of the id droppable, I can do it. So that part is done. Next part, right? I need to drag and drop that object. So for that one, I need to take help from the actions class. There is a actions class available in Selenium WebDriver. Actions class, I can create an object act equal to new actions, and here you need to provide the driver information. So that is the way you can create an object or instance for the actions class. And you need to import that actions class from the org.open.selenium interactions. Then if you use that object act, there is a option method called drag and drop. You could see drag and drop. The objective of the drag and drop is it will drag and drop the element. So you can source and target. Source means source I will move and place it to target. Then there is a method called dot build. Then there is a method called dot perform. Right. Now that is the code. So the drag and drop should be completed. So in case I'm running my code, whether my code will be running or not, let's see. It will throw you the error because that item is available inside the frame and I did not retain any kind of code to handle the frame. So it will not be able to detect the element. Though my ID is completely fine, draggable and droppable, both the items, still it is not able to identify a single element because it is inside the frame and I did not handle the frame as of now. So what is the error message is coming? No such element exception. Unable to locate element, right? Whatever we have done. Because in case some of the element is not loaded properly, sometimes your element locator technique is not correct, sometimes there's a frame available. So you are, until you are handling those, you will, though your id or element locator is correct, but still it will not work. So these are the couple of like possible reasons when, right, you are not able to identify those kind of element in the real time as well. So what are the way I can handle the frame? Okay, so to switch between frame, user have to use the driver switch to dot frame command. User can use the switch to dot frame in the three ways. One is, in case you know the frame, so there will be some frame number, right? In case the frame number is 3, so your indexing you can search the frame 012. Otherwise, in case you do know the frame name or id, that will be string format, you can give the frame name or id. Otherwise, third option is web element reference. Sometimes frame can have some web element reference, so that is the way also you can handle the frame. So it is not possible like every time you can get everything. It will depend. Sometimes there will be no name, no ID, or no element reference might be there. So you need to identify the frame with the help of the number. Sometimes you can go with the number or name or ID. Sometimes you can go with the element reference. So here, so how many frame is available? Okay, so how many frame is available? So if you go here, right, you could see iframe one of one, right? So only one frame is available. Okay, so just only one frame is available means indexing will be 0. Only one frame. because it's starting with 0, so indexing will be 0. So I know that that is only frame available, so I can handle the frame with 0 index. So I will see go with that frame handling first. So after opening the page, I will go to the frame, and then once I go to the frame, then I can identify the element and I can do the operation, right? So what I'll do, or if you just want to get the number of frames available, so what you can do, driver dot find elements. You need to elements, right? Driver dot find elements. So it will be giving you the list of web element, but here I can go with by dot tag name, because the tag name, the iframe is the tag name, right? The iframe is the tag name. It is, you could see this tag name. So that will give me the list of web element. But if I go with that other method called size, you could see return type is integer. So I can get to know how many frames available in the number, right? So say integer frame size. So that will give me in exact, right, the frame number. Now I can print it out. So because it's integer, but say here this element will be still be not working, that is fine. So how I'll handle the frame once I able to get to know the number, driver dot switch to, right? And there is another thing available called frame. You could see as and when you are typing frame, there is an option, right? Frame integer, that means indexing part. Frame string, that means frame name or id, or web element reference. So we will handle the frame here with the index. So here only one element available, one frame, so I can handle it with 0 element. Now it will print you size as a 1, and it will move to the frame first, and then it will just write kind of identify the element, and it will perform the drag and drop. So that is the way you can handle the frame, and then you can identify the element inside the frame, and automatically it will work accordingly. So you could see now drag and drop is happening. You could see drag and drop is happening. Okay, so that is the way you can handle the frame. You could see there is no error message, and you could see the number of count of the frame size. How many? It's one, because only one iframe is available. You can manually search as well, and with the code also you can search. In case multiple frame is there in some web page, you can also go with that indexing, but 0, 1, 2, 3. But sometime in case you are having 50 frame, 30 frame, sometimes it is not possible to go with the indexing part, right? So you can go with that frame id or name as a string reference. Otherwise you can go with the element reference. So you could see for this particular frame there's a class reference available, that is called element reference, right? So I can go with the class equal to demo hyphen frame. So that is the way I can handle the frame as well. So what I will do, I will comment it out. I will go again another way, driver dot switch to dot frame, and I will go with that option, right? Web element reference. So here, what is web element? Web element nothing but the driver, or like that way, right? So I will be putting here driver dot find element by dot class name. Here class name is available for the web element, right? This is the class. So that is the way I can handle the frame as well. So it will work same way. There is no change at all. But I am identifying the frame with the help of the web element reference. So in case some frame name or id is available, you can directly also go with that one, right? Frame reference within the string format, means within the double quote, frame name or the frame id. So indexing, web element reference, or that frame name or id, you could see drag and drop happen. So there is no error as well. Okay, and drag and drop also happen, it will give you the number of frame. So that is the way you can handle the frame. 3 one is with the help of the indexing. Otherwise, in case some frame number or name is available, you can do it. Or sometime in case it's available with the web element reference, you can handle it. It will depend. From the page to page, it will vary. Sometime only that frame number will, name will be there. Sometime frame ID might be there. Sometime web element reference might be there. But in case sometime couple of frames is available, you can still go with the indexing as well. Okay. So in this particular context, I'll cover one more topic. Then I will go for any question in case you are having. So as of now, we did two operation. One, I have like opened the page, and once we have identified the drag and droppable item, and we have did the drag and dropping part. But here requirement might be that like you need to capture the screenshot every time. In the real time, whenever you are doing the manual execution, so especially for the validation point, right, whenever you are going for new page, opening new page, all this stuff, right, you need to capture the screenshot. Okay, because that is the objective of any kind of testing, whether it's a manual testing, automation testing, API testing. Without the proper evidence, your testing is not complete. So capturing screenshot is always required from the testing perspective. Otherwise, you cannot give us a evidence. In case some defect is coming, you can log as a defect as well until you are having the proper evidence. Nobody will agree. Okay. So capturing the screenshot for the test execution is one of the important script in any test automation which help user to identify defects and problems by referring the screenshot. So Selenium WebDriver provides stack screenshot interface to capture a screenshot of the web page when an exception or error occurred during the execution of code. So when a tester tests any application, maybe many of the functionality is not working compared to the expected result. So tester log this defect and tells the developer about the getting of the defect in the code and suggests to fix the defect or bug to retest once again. But developer or the product owner or the scrum master or the respective stakeholder might not agree, right? In case you are logging as a defect until you are having some sort of proper evidences. So, however, developer never accept the defect without the required evidence and details. Developer need the required evidence to analyze the issue as well. Because right, whatever way you have logged, right, developer is not able to understand what the actual problem is coming. So in case you are writing proper step, right, proper data and the screenshot, so it will help them to understand the issue as well. That's why taking the screenshot is one of the mandatory evidence to view and understand why the test has failed, or sometime also for the past also you need to take the evidence. So user can take the screenshot in any of the file, like can a png, jpg or jpg. Some of the possible scenario where user might need to capture screenshot using Selenium WebDriver are application issues, assertion failure, difficulty to find web element on the web page, timeout to find web elements on the web page, or exception or errors occurs during the actual run time or execution. So capturing screenshot in Selenium WebDriver is a three-step process. First, you need to take help from text screenshot interface and you need to create an object. As it is interface, you cannot directly create the object or instance, so you need to typecast the driver object with that interface. After that, user need to call get screenshot as method to create an image file which is provided by the text screenshot interface to capture the screenshot of the web page displayed in the driver object. Then you need to call right file handler class and copy method, right, to kind of whatever copy you have created in the source file to place in the destination file. That is the three-step process. Now I'll show you one by one. So suppose say here, after drag and drop is happening, I want to capture a screenshot. Okay, so I will add the steps and then we'll create a method or function slowly, and I will call that particular method or function to capture the screenshot. So there is a interface called text screenshot. So if you do not know, just enter this thing, press control space bar, automatically the interface is coming. You could show I interface text screenshot interface. So I can create an object here first, say screenshot screenshot. At its interface we cannot directly create the object or instance, so we need to typecast it with driver object. So that is the Selenium kind of standard, and we need to import it, already imported, right? You could see that already imported, otherwise you cannot call it. Then once that done, next thing is that with the help of the object you need to call the method called get screenshot as. You could see, right, get screenshot as. So it will be here, you need to give output dot type. It will be output type dot file, sorry, output type dot file. So it will be file class. type return file. So I need to store in some file say src file. So that is the way code has been written as well. Here you could see, right, output file. Then once my output file is done, I need to import that uh, src2 file. Yes, I need to import that file class from the Java. Then I need to place in some destination file, right? So I'll be creating an object or instance again for the file class called dest file, destination file, where you can give the path, which path you want to store the screenshot. Okay, so what I will do, I want to store in some sort of folder. Say this is my folder. Okay, so just copy it within the double quote. Say give something called test folder file name dot png structure, right? You can go with that one. So that is my destination file. Okay, now some sort of error message is coming. Okay, so file destination file equal to new file, and here you need to give it within the double quote. Okay, so error message is gone. Now what I'll do, the last one, right? So you need to take help from the file handler class. You could see that is the file handler class. There's a copy method and source to destination file. So I'll be calling that file handler. If you don't know, just go with that one. Class, file handler class, org.openqr.selenium.io. Please remember, not the Java regular logging. org.openqr.selenium.io packages. File handler dot copy and then source to destination file, source file and destination file. So that's all. And now you need to surround with some try catch block or exception. So I can go with some sort of exception, right? Because whenever you want to deal with the file, you need to go with surround with try catch block exception. Now my code is done. So what we'll do after the drag and drop is happening, it will create the file, right? That what is the file name in that particular folder? Test.png file. Now go with that. So it will work, and apart from that, in the particular folder, test.png file will be generated after capturing the screenshot. Now you could see test.png file generated 25th February 7:55 p.m. Now if you open it, right, you could see the drag and drop after the screenshot is captured. Now the problem will be that, so as of now I have captured the screenshot, right? But in case I want to capture the screenshot 10 times, so I need to copy the code and I need to move it there. And also I am hard coding the name, right? But in case I am capturing 100, so you need to change every time. Otherwise your thing will be replaced, existing one. But I don't want to remove my existing screenshot as well. And I don't want to give n number of names as well. So I don't go with that hard coded name. Instead of that, I want to give some dynamic name, right? And I want to go with that. I want to create a function so that in case some changes I need to do it, I will change it there, and automatically everywhere I'm calling it, like it will be called. I can call n number of time, 100 number of time, 1000 number of time. That does not be a problem. So what I'll do, I'll copy the code, I'll comment it out. Okay. And then what I will do, in that particular class, I'll create a method. So in you already learned, right? In case you want to create a method, static method, so that automatically that method can be called in the class level, you no need to create the object or instance. So I'll go for the static method, public static void, some method name I can give, right? Say text screenshot, and then simply just try to put that code. Okay, but here I will be just changing something. What I will change, I'll be here I need to pass some argument. Okay, web driver dot path, because path I don't want to hard code it, right? So I'll be giving some string, right? Say screenshot path. So that is the thing I don't want to hard code it. Then similar way, here it will be comma. This is the two argument I am passing. So take screenshot, output file as file, and destination file, right? You no need to hard code it. So what I'll be doing, so it will be instead of new file, I'll be giving the variable name path instead of that path. Whatever I am not hard coding, I want to give it during the runtime. And similar way, there will be no change in the code. So I need to again either throws declaration or go with the try catch block at that method level. So my method is designed now, which I can access it in number of time in case some changes is required, right? I will update it here. So why I am not giving the exact path here? Because there is no point, right, to hard code it in the method level. So as and when method will be called, I can change the path and based on my requirement, I can do it. So that is the way in the real time as well, right? You will be creating the object or instance, which is no, 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 no. That part I'll be going, I'll be whenever I'll be creating it, I'll be providing it. Okay, the dynamic one only creating. Okay. So in the real time, you should give it. No, no, no. It will not work like that way. Okay. So we can do it as well. That not be a problem. But better is that giving the dynamic one here as a parameter argument. Okay. And I will show you now. Okay. Now I'll be not be creating one. So say after opening the page, I want to take the screenshot. So how can I do it? So first thing is that I need to call that method, whatever, sorry, call that particular class. So this is my class. Then if I press dot, you could see that particular method is coming, right? So method is coming, driver is fine, and here I want to give the path, but that path I don't want to hard code it. Okay, so I mean I want to give the folder name, but right the first kind of screenshot thing I don't want to hard code it. So what I will do within the double code, I can give that path. Okay, in the path I just want to store it. Then give n double quote. Then give slash here. Sorry, slash you can give it. Then you can give concatenation sign plus. Then there is a method available called system from the Java dot get current millis. Get, sorry, system dot current millis, because millisecond will be always unique, right? Current millis. So that is the way, right? In that particular folder, your some sort of thing will be generated with current millisecond, because millisecond will be always unique, and you can again concatenate and you can give some extension, any format, right? PNG, JPG, or JPG. Then plus, then again double quote dot PNG, and then end with colon. You can also do it here also, not be a problem. I'm saying, okay, in the instead of you need to give it, okay, and you can just give it also here. But that is the way generally in the real time you should work with the framework. So what I will do again, in case next time you need to copy the screenshot, again just simply copy it and just paste it here. No need to change anything. That's all. So one time you are writing it and every time you'll be using the same way. So because current millisecond will be always unique in the system. Second might not be unique sometime in case system is doing very fast execution. But millisecond will be always unique. So that is the way, right? Now if you run, so it will capture two times screenshot. One is after opening the page, one is after drag and drop is happening. And that is the way I have declared something called static, so that I'm not creating any object or instance. As and when I'm calling the class, automatically my method is visible and I am just passing the argument value accordingly. So that's all. Now if you just run it, so it will work accordingly, and now it will capture screenshot for two times. and it will create something with the millisecond format. Here you could see now 2 millisecond format is 2 screenshot got generated. So if you open the first one, you could able to see here it is after opening the page, because drag and drop is not happen here. What is the name? 8834 last, right? Now if you click on that here, so it is name is like 9473. Now you see drag and drop happen. So that is the way, right? You can have n number of screenshot uniquely so that it will not be replaced with the existing one. Okay. So you'll be writing only one time method which is static in nature, and you can call the same method automatically, right? Suppose say you need to capture screenshot for 20 times, so 20 times you can do it. Suppose say you are just want to select a radio button, right? After opening the page, radio button selected, screenshot taken. You need to select the next radio button, so automatically next one selected screenshot will be taken. You need to select third one, it will be screenshot. In case you are selecting the fourth one, sub drop down value might be displayed, so you can just create the screenshot accordingly. So for every validation point, you can take the screenshot, and then you can just see that whether it's working properly or not. Okay. So definitely screenshot is giving you the reference, but your script will be working accordingly, right? Whatever way your objective is set. In case it is failing, it will show the error, and you can just kind of analyze your script and you can log the defect accordingly. But in the real-time automation, sometimes there might be false failure as well. False failures means this is not the actual failure, but sometimes false failure might be due to some sort of like element locator change, right? Or the value whatever you have given that is not matching, right? Sometime your kind of your internet connectivity gone. Sometime element is page taking some time to load the page because of your internet connectivity slowness. These are the different kind of like kind of problem might be there. That those are the not the real failure, those are the kind of false failures. So you need to re-execute those test cases again one or two or three more time to see that whether this is a real failure or whether it's a system driven some failure because of the system fallacy. And after that, once you're confident only, then you can log the defect, right? For the deviation, whatever you are observing. Okay. So I will take a pause, guys, here. Anyone, any doubt? Yeah, yeah, assassin I'll cover in test and part. Okay, no worry. Yeah. Slowly going to the right that creating the framework part. So that is the way slowly going some complex area. Okay. Yeah, yeah, wait part I will cover it one part. Okay, that particular thing, and I'll cover the other concept as well. Okay. So okay, we'll go for the next topic then. Like then frame is covered, insert is covered. Then sometime, right, you need to deal with some sort of pop-up window, right? So in case you are getting some pop-up, the problem is that those pop-up you cannot detect it, right? Either you cannot get it the ID element, right? Locator, right? The XPath all this stuff you cannot get because those you cannot inspect those part. You cannot, right? If you press F12 button, there's element locator that you cannot handle it. So sometime alert, right, or pop-up might be there in the web page. So alert is a small message box which display on screen notification to give the user some kind of information or ask for some permission to perform certain kind of operation. It may be also used for warning purposes. Alert in web page is Java properties but not the HTML properties. Hence, element for the alert cannot be recognized through element expression. So there can be one kind of alert, right, for giving the information. So you can click the OK, then only alert will be displayed, disabled or moved out, right? Sometimes there can be alert, right? Yes or no button, right? So you need to either accept the alert or dismiss the alert. Sometimes there can be alert, right, where OK or cancel button is there. Sometimes some sort of text box field is there, so you can dismiss the alert, or you can write some alert message will be there, you can get the alert text, or you need to enter some value in the alert and then you can accept the alert. So that are the different kind of alert you might seen right down the line, right, whenever you are automating some web page. So alert interface provides like few of the important method which are widely used in Selenium WebDriver. So Dismiss to dismiss the alert, right? For like kind of cancel or no, right? Accept, right? For okay or yes button. You can get the text of the alert, or sometime in case alert, right? You there's a provision to enter something, you can use that send keys to add some value in that particular alert. So let's see how you can handle those kind of stuff here. So there is a web page, okay. You could see a lot of LRDs there, right? If you click here, you could see sometime there's a OK button, so you can only just accept alert. Sometime there's a OK or cancel button, right? So you can accept or dismiss the alert. Okay. Sometimes there's a alert like that. You can give some value, then accept or dismiss it. Okay. So these are the primary kind of alert is available. So I can give that page. Then I will first handle the alert. So just let's inspect the element here. You can create a identify something, and then we will see how to handle the alert. So we need to click here, then only alert will be coming. So this is the text, so I can create expert. What is the type? Tag name button. So press Ctrl F, keep slash slash button, third bracket, text equal to. That is the way you can create expert. You could see now one of one element is there, right? So what I'll do, I will create the element and click on that one, driver dot find element by dot xpath. Once I click on that element, what will be displayed, right? It will be displayed either you can dismiss the alert, accept the alert, you can give the value, you can get the message as well. So first I'll be dismissing the alert. So how can I do that? I need to call the alert interface dot. Then for dismissing the alert, what you need to do, you need to uh, dot switch to, sorry, driver dot switch to, which will all the method will be coming from the alert interface dot alert. Okay, it is coming from the alert interface dot dismiss. So in case some alert is coming, it can be dismissed. I am not accepting it, I am dismissing the alert because I don't want to perform anything, just I simply want to ignore it. So it will open, click on that alert, alert will be clicked, dismiss, cancel button will be clicked. Okay, sorry, some click right operation, right? Yeah. Dot click. So no need to worry, you can get to know what is that one, no such alert because you did not click anything, so no such alert is coming. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So you could see you entered null, means alert has been dismissed. You have clicked the cancel button, right? Then next one is I want to get the text of the alert. So what I need to do again similar way, dot get text. You could see get text. What is the return type? Return type is string. So I can store in some string, say alert text, and then I can print it out in the console. So it will be printed out. What are the alert text will be printed out. So only just want to print it out. So what is the alert text? I am a JS prompt. Okay, you could see that is the way it is printed out. Now you need to enter some value on the alert. So try again same way. Dot send keys. See, I want to give like that, and then I want to accept the alert. After giving the value, I want to click on the OK button. Dot accept. Now you could see it will be very fast. You will not able to see that one. You need to give thread dot sleep in case you want to just see this thing. Okay, you could see now. Here you could see it's accepted and the value is entered. That is the way you can get to know. Okay. So these are the couple of importance method available in the alert class to dismiss the alert, to get the text of the alert in case you want to send values to through alert text box, and you can write kind of get the text, accept, delete, accept, dismiss, and print out the text and send some values there. So that is the way you can handle the alert. Next topic is what is headless browser testing? Did anyone heard the term called headless browser testing? Anyone? Okay. So means your execution will be done. Okay. But you will not able to see that execution in the UI level. So why it is required? There might be two instances that I don't want to see the execution so that my execution will be faster because it will be memory consumption will be low, right? In case you don't want to see that thing. Or sometimes there might be some system where there is no browser installed, right? Suppose you are facing some problem in the browser, right? There are some system, there is no provision to install the browser, the GUI. So those are the different kind of stuff where you can go with the headless browser testing. So performing test execution of the web applications without opening a browser is called headless browser testing. The headless browser acts similar to a normal web browser. User have full control over the web page loaded into the headless browser. The only difference is user will not able to see the GUI part or the graphical user interface part. So user have no option other than using headless browser testing when user machine does not have a GUI. For instance, if user want to run tests in the Unix system, it is recommended to use the headless browser when tests are executed in parallel, as user interface based browser consumes a lot of memory or resources or the processor. So headless browser can be used for server side performance testing too, right? So it will reduce the load and execution will be very much faster. Anyone can run test case using headless browser, then user will get a result just in couple of seconds instead of couple of more seconds, right? So you can save that time overall as well. When tester have to run the test case on a remote machine or server which does not have any browser installed at all, but still user have to execute the test cases, they can try with the headless browser testing. Some of the example of headless browser is HTML unit, Ghost, Phantom, Chrome, Zombie.js, Wetier WebDriver. So primarily I have worked in like HTML unit, which is the most lightweight headless browser. Apart from that, you can also make Chrome as a headless browser testing as well. So HTML unit driver is the lightweight and fastest implementation headless browser for the WebDriver. It is based on HTML unit. It is known as headless browser driver sometimes. So in case somebody is asking what is headless browser driver, you need to say that it is HTML unit driver, right? Where there will be no browser impacted. So you can just run the test case without opening the browser and you can get the result in couple of second time. It is same as Chrome Firefox driver, but it does not have any GUI. Key features of HTML unit driver is like support the HTTPS HTTP protocol both. It supports HTML responses like clicking links, submitting forms, working the DOM model of the HTML document, etc. It support for cookies, proxy server support, JavaScript support, ability to determine whether failing responses from the server should throw exception or should be returned as pages of the appropriate type. So how you can start with your headless browser testing? So first you need to go to your Google and you can search like HTML unit driver Selenium download simply, and you can go with here, right? You could see there are a lot of version. Okay, so you can go with that any of the version. So that is the way you can. There are a lot of jar files available. Okay, so you can select that one. HTML unit 3 driver 4.1 jar with dependencies jar. So as and when you will be clicking at one, right? So it will be downloaded and it will look like that way. One second, it's loaded in my system. Yeah, HTML unit driver like and it right with dependency. So that will be the name. You download it. Latest version you can download it. Once it is downloaded, so what you need to do, you need to go to your Eclipse. You need to go to your project, right click here, go to the source path, properties, right? Java build path, add external jars. You need to associate it to your project. It will be only one time activity for your project. Okay. Once you're done, okay, so what you can do, just remove all the comment. Okay, I would not require any driver. So what I'll be doing it, I'll be creating object or instance for the HTML unit driver. You no need to give anything because you already associated that jar file to the project. Okay. So what you need to do, WebDriver equal to new HTML unit. Press Control unit driver. It is coming from the word open create Selenium HTML unit driver. Okay. Now I can go with some URL driver dot get, say any URL. I can go with that. Say I want to go with Google. Then how can you see whether opening happening or not, right? Because you are not able to see the execution. So what you can do, you can print out after opening the Google page, print out driver dot current URL. You can print out driver dot get title like that. So that is the way you can get to know whether your execution is happening or not, right? Because it will not open anything. So you could see it did not open anything, but you are able to see your result. That is the current URL, that is the title of the page. So that is the way, right? You can do the headless browser testing using the HTML unit driver. Apart from that, sometimes people are suppose using the Chrome as well, right? But people also don't want to, right, open the GUI, just they want to get the desired result and execution. So what can we do for the Chrome? So, so what I'll do, so that is the first is you need to set the path for the Chrome. Then here you need to do couple of lines add. You need to use called Chrome options. Chrome options is a class available from the openkey.selenium.chrome. Chrome options say you can give some variable name called options equal to new Chrome option. Yes. Okay, so you need to import that one, right? So automatically you could see now Chrome options has been included there, right? the package. Now what you need to do, you need to go with that variable options, and there is a methods available called dot set headless. Okay, you need to make it headless and you need to give it true. Okay, now you need to create an object driver web driver equal to new Chrome driver, and that part is not required at all. Okay, new Chrome driver, here you need to give the options reference. Okay, then you can go with that any URL, right, and you can print out the URL. Okay, current URL. Otherwise, you cannot get to know, right, whether it's working or not at all. Okay, now let's try to see. So that Chrome driver execution will not happen, but it will give you the result. So that is called headless browser. You could see Chrome browser is not opening, but it will give you the result. Okay, that is the current URL, and that is the page title. So that is the way you can also either use the Chrome browsers, either use the HTML unit browser driver. So, but in case you are using HTML unit driver, your execution will be much faster because it will I mean uses a very less memory because but your execution everything will be done same way. You can get the desired result everything, but you will not open any kind of browser or the GUI testing. You are not able to see it, but you'll be getting the desired result. So that is the way. In case some of the system you're not able to install any browser, right? For some of the system, right, you are having some challenges with the like kind of hardware issue and other stuff, right? Any kind of size software or this stuff. Okay, or maybe some of the system there is no provision to install browser as well. Okay, our browser is not supporting working, so you can go with that option. Headless browser testing. And definitely it will be your execution will be much faster than or compared to the after opening all this stuff, and you will be getting the result right with less time, and you can save the time as well. But it will depend, right, based on the kind of need, but it will do the same way, right, whatever way you used to do it. Yeah, any questions? No, you can do the same operation, everything it will be do same operation. Okay, but you will not able to see that UI part only. Yeah, it will real time, especially for the Unix system or distributor testing. Sometime I have used also, but not always. Okay. Yeah, based suppose especially for the some system there is no provision to install browser, then there's no other way, right? Then you have to do it only. Okay. So in case no, you know the concept, but apart from that, remaining part is still same. Only the setting part is some different changes. Okay, it will not open any GUI, but execution wise, it will be same way it will behave. Yeah, sometime right for more kind of testing, maybe 100, 200 test cases, right? In the Unix system, right? You need to execute it where no browser is installed, so you can go with that one, headless browser testing. Sometime, right? Your requirement is that, like you know, you're right, you are not getting adequate software, right? Or maybe the size. I mean, there is no free space as well, so that you don't want to utilize much resources, much memory, so you can go with that one. Okay, so that is the one kind of options available, right? Based on your requirement. Okay. The next topic is like how to handle cookies. Okay. So you already know what is cookies. Okay. So suppose forget about desktop, laptop, right? Cookies means, right, something would be stored based on the information, right? You are kind of surfing through your mobile, through your TV, right, through your YouTube, right, through your kind of any kind of search related part, right? Facebook, if you search something, that will be also added to cookie. If you just go to some browser, it will be stored your cookies, right? There are those kind of called cookies. So some information will be stored, and then, right, in case in the next time if you search something, right, you can also go with the cookies. So cookies are files stored in local computer containing information submitted by the website visited by user. The information stored is key value pairs and allows a particular website to customize its content as per the user. So you already seen, right, hash table, hash map, the key value pair. So that is also its cookie format. Every time the user loads the website, the browser sends the cookies back to the server to notify the website of the user previous activity. Cookies have a specific lifespan defined by their creator. At the end of this, a cookie become expired. Cookie often track information like how frequently the user visits, what are the time of their visit, what banner they have clicked on, what operation they have did, what button they have clicked, right? User preferences, and what are the item and the shopping cart, etc. All this stuff. This allows the site to present you user with information customized to fit their need. Cookies are domain specific, like domain cannot read or write to a cookie created by another domain. This is done by the browser for security purposes. Cookies are browser specific. Just like domain specific, browser specific means suppose in case you are operating with Firefox browser and you are storing some cookie, but that cookies you cannot get in the Chrome browser because cookies are browser specific. Each browser stores the cookies in different location. The cookies are browser specific and so a cookie created in one browser like Google Chrome will not be accessed by another browser like Firefox. Same browser limits the number of cookies stored by each domain. It might be 20, 100, 50 cookies based on the setting. If the limit is exceeded, the new cookie will replace the old cookies. So that is a simple concept. Cookies name are case sensitive. Suppose in case you are giving me something cookies name called test with three caps and smaller everything is lower case like test, it will different. It's a case sensitive. So there are a couple of methods to handle the cookies. Like you can add the cookies, you can get the cookies list, you can get the cookie by name, you can delete all cookies, you can delete cookie by name. So why the cookie type of testing is required? Sometimes you need to create some sort of flow for end-to-end testing. Okay, so your kind of business analyst or the product owner, scrum master, they are not very much familiar with your automation script, right? They are not familiar. They are not so much technical person, but they are the business oriented person. So say you need to cover like 50 important pages. So that is the way you can keep the cookies, right? Whatever page you are navigating, your that will be page will be stored in your cookies, right? And you can give the details, right, after extracting it. Okay, or maybe there's a screenshot for all this stuff. You can give it, right? By extracting my get by cookies name, all this stuff. So they can get to know easily that how many skin you have navigate, what are the missing area, all this stuff. That is the way, right, to find the coverage of your script, right? You can use the cookie layer testing to give the complete picture. What are the way you have covered, right? So let's see how we can add the cookies. Okay, so let's comment out all this part. Okay, so I am just opening it. I am maximizing my browser window. Then I will delete the cookies. So every time in the real time also, right after opening your browser, maximizing, you need to delete the cookies. So how can you delete all the cookies? So driver dot manage dot delete all cookies so that automatically everything will be cleaned up before opening the page. Then your page will be open, right? Once your page is open, then that page for that particular navigation you can store the cookies. How can you do it? Cookie, right? That is the class, and you can create an object called cookie equal to new cookie, and it is a key value pair combination. So you can give the name of the cookie something called Google, and here you can give the page. It will be only the www part, right? Not the HTTPS part. www.google.com. So that is the way you can store it. And now if we need to import the cookie class from the origin open create Selenium packages. So a cookie try to import it. Now you can add it to your browser. Driver dot manage dot add cookie, and here you can give the information called cookie. You can, if you want to add more cookies, right? So how can you do it? So you can create one more cookie called cookie one, and you can give something called facebook.com, and you can add cookie one. So that is the way you can add the cookie. Now if you want to print any kind of cookie name, so how can I do it? SYSO. So driver dot manage dot get cookie named. Yeah, you could see here. So then you need to give it right within the double quote what for cookie name you want to get the information. Then if you press dot, there are a lot of methods you could see here. Get the name, right? Get the domain, everything you can get it. Get name. Like then you can get other stuff. You can get the dot get domain, right? You can get value like that. What are the way? So that is the way, right? You can give the information to your user that what are the cookie has been stored, and in case they want to get the desired information, you can do it. So simple way it will be there, but you can your cookies will be added and it will be displayed here. You could see what are the way it is doing on, right? Get domain. You have given right www.google dot, but what is the domain? Exact domain is www.google.co.in. That is called domain. Name is Google, and value is exact value whatever is given is google.com. But domain is not like Google, google.co.in. That is the way you can get the exact thing. So in case you are not aware, right? So that is the way. There you can delete all cookies in case you want to delete cookies, right? Something called by name. Okay, so what you can do it, you can driver dot manage dot delete cookie by name. Suppose I don't want to cookie, not cook everything, right? Cookie. And now after deleting the cookie, if you want to get the name, let's see how what is happening. So cookie will be deleted. After that, if you want to get it, right? Separately, it should not be like the case. You could see some error message is coming. Why? Because you have deleted the cookie. Then you cannot get the name. You have added it. So that is the reason you are able to get it. But after removing, you cannot get the desired part, right? So cannot invoke it because it is all might be it, right? Return value of the editor cookie is null. You already removed it. It is not stored now. But here, in case you are not removing, then there will be no trouble. So that is the way based on your requirement. You can add the cookie, you can get the cookie details, you can remove the cookie by name or remove all the cookie. That are the different thing, and then you can present the result. This is the kind of details like your script is invoked, right? Your script accessed, and your other person get the detailed result. So by the method itself, you don't need to worry, right? What is the exact domain name for the particular URL you are hitting? So the system will give the information, and you can just share the information to your respective stakeholder or for validation purposes as well. You can do it. Sorry. No, a cookie you cannot accept or reject. You can only add or delete, right? Cookie means like it will be added to your browser. Yeah, that is kind of some sort of system configuration might be there, right? I mean, there will be some sort of settings will be there. Okay. So if you try here called cookie, there might be some setting. Okay, you could see. You can clear the browser data, right? All this stuff for cookie related setting, you can get it and you can just do it from here. Okay, site setting, right? Browser setting. So that is the setting you need to do it because that is not related to thing. Okay, here you can do no standard protection, enhanced protection, right? In case you want to remove everything, right, from the browser with your system, you can just do it here. You can go to that setting and you can type with that cookie so that all details will be displayed and you can just handle it. Set it here and then automatically it will work in case something is available. So better thing is that go to always, in case you're having browser specific issue, so go to that settings and type here relevant part. Automatically it will give you all the suggestion if you unable to find from here in the left pan. Okay, so that is the best way to deal with that. But you cannot reject any cookie. You can only store the cookies based on your requirement, and you can like kind of remove it or clear everything. So in the real time, right, whenever you are dealing with kind of real time framework testing, so always, right, after opening the page, you need to maximize it and you need to remove everything. You need to give some wait time. That is the way you need to start your page or loading. So that is the slowly you will be, I will covering it down the line. Then you can get to know, okay, what is the way, right? You need to create a standard framework, the code for a standard framework, and what are the different kind of thing you need to never forget, right? So that way, like, yeah, I mean, you'll be following some standard guideline as well, because you cannot do whatever way you want to do, right? You need to follow some standard guideline based on your organization, based on your customer, or based on your right project requirement. Any questions? Okay. Next topics is the importance of ByAll Locator. So as of now, you already seen, right? Either you can use a single element locator, either name, ID, class name, XPath, CSS, all this stuff. But say in case your any of the element locator you have did but not working, say your ID got changed, but you can only identify only give one option, but there is no provision to give multiple option, right? In the normal way, divert.find element you need to give only one option, either by name, class name, XPath, link text, parcel link to all this stuff. But in case something got changed, right, there might be failure. Okay, but that never happen. But sometimes few of the proper web element you know that there's a probability to change some value. So how to deal with those part? So ByAll is an extra special locator in Selenium WebDriver which help user to find the element based on the given locators. Locator could be any other type like ID, name, class name, link, parcel link, text, expert, CSS, tag name, etc. So ByAll Locator tries to find the element using the first locator. If the element is not present, then it waits for the given implicit wait time. Once it reaches the maximum wait time, and if there is no element, then ByAll method try to find the element using the second locator, third, fourth, like that, whatever way you want to give it. Or after that, in case with the all the element locator is not able to find the element, then it will throw the error. So there is a kind of stuff here. It is called implicit timeout. Okay, there are a couple of timeout, right? Kind of wait time is available in the Selenium WebDriver. Like you'll be dealing with the implicit wait, right? Thread wait, there is there, sleep mode is there, right? Thread.sleep. But in the real-time framework, you should not use that thread.sleep, because you, in case you are giving it thread.sleep, that means by default that wait time it will be giving. It does not matter whether page is loaded or not, operation is happening or not, but it will wait for that time. So in case you are giving 100 times like thread.sleep for like 5 seconds, so means you are already delaying your code execution call like 500 seconds. Like that is the way. So in the real time, unless right, you know that might be particular specific thing, right? It will wait for you need to wait for some time to load it. You should not give that particular stuff. Thread.sleep time. Instead of that, you can use implicit wait. So what will happen in case, right, your page is not loading, so it will wait for that maximum time before throwing the error. So you can give it, but it does not matter that it will wait that time maximum. So in case suppose you are giving some implicit time called 30 second, but your page is loading in 5 seconds, then it will discard the remaining 25 seconds. It will do the operation, start the operation. So that is the beauty of the implicit wait. So how can I deal with that implicit wait? So let's comment out all this part. So let's go some pages. So I want to open the Facebook page, say. I want to identify the element, and I want to give some sort of implicit timeout. Driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicit. Okay, suppose I can give it 30 second or maybe 10 second. Let's give it 30 second or 10 second, anything, right? 10 second. And here you need to give a unit. How many times unit you need to give it? So time unit dot second. Okay. So that is the way you can give it so that it will maximum wait for this time. In case within the time page is not loaded, right, and element is not identified, then only throw the error. Now I will try to implement that kind of new by all, right? So here what I will do, I will be going driver dot find element. Here I will be using by all. Okay, and here I will be giving one by one. Sorry, new by all. It is not like that. New by all. By dot whatever way I want to do it. So by all by dot name. So say I want to give some value here. Press F12 button. Okay, you need to enter some value in the email field. So what are the different options available? ID equal to name equal to email, right? So I can give name equal to email within the double quote. So in case my name is not working, so what I'll do? Okay, name by ID, comma by dot ID, ID equal to also email, and that is the way you can give three or four difference, right? Dot send keys. Okay, some error message there. 1 second. Okay. Driver dot find element new by all by dot name email, hmm, comma by dot id equal to this email, then dot dot send keys. No, it is not happening. So you need to import that ByAll anyway. Yeah, we need to import the ByAll first. Where your open code Selenium factory support. Then you need to give one more bucket here. Dot send keys. Now it will be coming. Yes. So now I want to give say Haradhan 1 2 3 4 like that way. I want to keep it. Okay. So you could see that is the way I can give multiple options, right? ID, name, class name, text, whatever way, three or four options, so that in case something is changing, it will work. Now in case it's working, right? So it will not be a problem. It will maximum wait for 10 seconds before throwing any error. Okay, so it is working fine. Email is matching, so it will just add the value. Okay, you could see. Now say, right, you are changing to email one, which is not matching to email exact value. So what will happen? It will not fail, though it is not matching. So it will go for the second and third and fourth and so on. So it will go for second because here 2 is given. So first it will try to go with the name. So name is not matching email and email ID not matching. So then it will wait for 10 second. After 10 second it will go for the second one. Similar with third, fourth is there. After waiting time it will try to identify, try to map with the second, third, so on like that. And otherwise, in case nothing is matching, so after the total implicit time, it will throw the error. Then only, not immediately. So that is the beauty of this by all element locator. So it is not working. It will wait for 10 second and it will go for the second element locator after 10 second wait because you've given the implicit timeout as 10 second. Yes, after 10 second, it entered the value. Now it is fine. So there is no error. Now but your both the element locator whatever is given is wrong. Then what happened? So after 10 first it will try this one, wait for 10 second, it will try for this one, wait for again 10 second, after 20 second it will throw the error that element no such element found. So that is the way, right? In case you are giving three options, so first or second is still not working, it will go for third one. But there is a very very probable less probability that everything will be failing. No, then your some problem is there in the code, right? Some changes, you major changes you need to do it. But that is the beauty way you can go with that find by all right locator technique. So to handle right with the multiple kind of element locator option. So for test 10 second you will wait, it will not be go with the first option. Again 10 second it will wait, it will not be able to identify the element of second option. Then with after 20 second it will throw the error that no such element exception. You could see it is still trying to reach, no error is there. So once your implicit timeout wait for all the element, immediately the error will throw. Not immediately. After the total time for the how many number of element. You could see what is there are no such element exception. Cannot locate by all. You could see here. Right? Name it tried and ID it also tried. Both are not reachable. Right? Name and ID. Okay, so that is the way this particular thing can be contacted with the connected with the implicit time as well. So in the real time you need definitely you need to give some implicit time that will be the driver level. So in case your driver is not loaded, it will wait for that maximum time to throw before throwing any error. Generally we should give 30 seconds as a time so that it will maximum wait for 30 seconds before throwing any error. But in case it's happening for the 2 second, it will not wait for the remaining time. If suppose you are giving 30 seconds and your execution is happening in 2 or 3 seconds, so it will not wait for the remaining 27 seconds. That is the beauty of the implicit timeout. The last, yeah. No, 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 I'm saying that that is the way it is linked means that is the way, right? In case you are not giving implicit wait, right, it will throw the error immediately. But it is you are not giving any time. Okay. So implicit wait you are giving 10 second means it will wait for 10 second before going through all the options. That is the way it can be linked also, right? No, 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 no. By all, why I'm required, I'm telling you that is the option, right? Advanced option. In case go with so advanced option, right? By all, you can go with only one, right? By name. Then you cannot again identify the element with the by ID, right? Either you can go with one option, but in case that option is failing, right? There is a probability that failing. So you need to right debug it. But for those maybe like 20 or 30 element, you can go with the multiple selection. So that in case one is failing, it will go for the other one. Before it will never fail in the real time. No, 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 no. I mean, I'm saying that no, it is applicable for the all way, but I'm saying that it is giving you multiple options to check. So if you are creating expert, but expert might be failing. But you here you are giving the multiple options so that in case one option is failing, it is go for second, third, and so on before throwing the complete error. That is the way, right? Your kind of debugging, sorry, kind of maintenance effort might be reduced down the line. Yeah. So your scripting is not always that you have to script it, but in the real time, from the long term perspective, you need to always think that how my maintenance effort will be reduced. Otherwise, suppose say you have scripted all your scripted, right? 100 skip by 20% day. And after whenever you are running, after 2 or 3 months time, you find that again it will be required 15 days to right modify it because you did not follow the proper protocol, right? So there is no point of automation, right? Whatever 75% effort is required in case for your right kind of maintenance, then it is huge effort. So always you should think that maybe 10%, 20% effort might be there for the maintenance part. But in case it is going some more than that, there might be some problem in your approach, right? Or whatever you have did is not correct that one. So that is the reason in the real time you should try to avoid that kind of hard coding part, right? You need to find out what are the area you might having challenges. Those are the area starting point you need to give more right extra care so that those kind of thing can be avoided, right? Any kind of exception, you know, that kind of you need to handle it before that. Couple of, right, you know, interfaces or couple of pages, you know, that might be taking extra time, so you can handle with the implicit time, or you can go with the ByAll Locator, right? So that multiple element cannot be can be, right, kind of identified, recognized, and then the operation will be there. So first thing is the object identification. Operation will be there, but in case your object is not identified, page is not loaded, then you cannot do any kind of operation as well, right? And always, obviously, you need to, right, do the resource multi-threading part, right? So that way you need to save the time. So that are the different perspective you need to think from the long run perspective. It is not only that you are just automating the script, but how you are enhancing your script, how you are reducing the maintenance effort, all this stuff you need to think also down the line. As and when you are becoming more and more XM in the automation area, right? You are trying to showcase some real value add, right? Real effort saving to your customer or your organization. Hmm. 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 Yeah, then you need to call that Java, right? Suppose say you can identify the element, then you can give it, right? You can pass some string, right? Okay. So I already shown you in the Java class, right? So what is the thing? Say fourth session. Date and time format, right? I already shown you, right? What is the date format? What is the time format, right? So what you can do, you can get the system date, right? With the calendar class or with the date time class, and then you can convert it with the relevant whatever you want to do it with the help of simple date format class, right? You could see there is an option, right, for simple date format class. I have used it, right? So you can only get the date relevant field, right, slash slash, only date, month, and time, and then you can pass it. Simple thing, right? You can just convert it only one time, then you can just because you no need to change every day, right? You can give it current day plus 7, you can give it current day minus 7, whatever way you need to do, right? Current day plus 14. So you need to hard code it. You just give it and then plus 40 days, 50 days, 1 month time, like that. So no need to hard code it. That is the way you need to implement it. So that is the reason these are the important thing you need to know. So that is the way, right? You instead of hard coding the thing, you can give it so that your maintenance effort will be reduced. Because daily basis you cannot change the date, right? Because after 7 days your current date will change. So instead of that, you will be creating a method or function or string format which will give you the always the current date. Then you can use current date plus 7. So that there is no change even after 1 year also. No, I mean, buy is fine. Okay, buy expat or is fine. But couple of scenario where you might know that there might be challenges. Okay, then you can go with that buy all. Okay, because in case you are using buy all for every case, it will be a time also will be more, right? You need to develop it. So just that is the kind of I could say that workaround, right? You need to think, you need to learn. Okay, so that in case something is happening, you can how you can handle those part. Okay, so. Yeah, 98% cases like only one X path will be fine. But few of the element, right, there might be probability that something might change, so that those only 1 or 2% element you can go with that by all. Not always. Yeah, explicit weight you can get use it. Basically, suppose say in case instead of the whole pages, right, you can write you want to deal with that a particular page, particular web element, then you can use the explicit weight. So you no need to wait for the whole page, right? So you can use the explicit weight. So that, right, I want to write my element one only element to be visible because I want to interact with that element. So then you can use the implicit weight. Sorry, explicit weight, not the implicit weight. Oh, sorry, explicit weight. Implicit weight will be driver level, means for the whole page. whereas explicit wait only for a specific web element or a specific condition. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it will be driver level. Yes, driver level means the page level. Every pages it will be work for all the element. But in case you are explicit wait, it will be only for a particular web element, particular condition. Instead of web element, I can say the particular condition, specific condition. So that's the thing. Yeah, right, right. Okay. Then the last topic is like how to select an option from auto suggestive drop down in Selenium. Okay. So you already seen, right? Suppose in case you are searching with some of the option, right? Especially for the search box. In case you are typing something, right? Sometime, right? Some suggestion will be coming in. So based on suggestion, right? Then how you can select the different options? So that might be your some challenges. Okay. Because that is the option, right? I mean, I sometime I used to ask some question in the interview, and I get to know that is the reason this particular topics I've included you, because those you cannot find much relevant information in the web, I mean website or YouTube as well. But those are the specific thing, right? Sometime interviewer will ask, or sometime you will be finding challenges also because you will be not having the resources, enough resources to handle this kind of stuff. That is the reason couple of things I have added, right? So that your kind of knowledge in those area also can be extend, I mean you can get to know, right, all this concept as well. So while user navigating to any software website with search box, and that search box shows auto suggest list when user types some word inside it. Simplest example of that is called sometimes called Ajax auto suggest. So simple example of Ajax auto suggest drop down is Google search suggestion. When user will type something inside, it will show them a list of suggestion from where option can be selected based on their need. Expath pattern should be same for all Ajax auto suggested drop down list. So you need to use a for loop, and then you need to identify the XPath, and then you can handle it. So let's see how you can do it. So there is a option called Google, right? This is the Google page. Okay. So in the Google page, say in case you are typing something, say I will type suppose say Haradhan A. Okay, you could see how many option is coming. 358. Okay. Now what is that first one? Haradhan Adda Memorial School. But if I selected my channel name Haradhan Automation Library, right, you could see able to see it, all this relevant information. Okay. Now if you go back, and now again if you search same word, you could see now your automation library is going up, and maybe 10 option might be there now. So every time it will change based on your search, based on your specific browser from your system. It will vary from system to system, browser to browser. But I want to select something, I don't want to know, right, how many options might be there. Then how can I get it, right? And how can I select some value also from that option? So what I will do it, first thing I already gone to the URL. I'll identify the element first. F12 button. So F12 button for search element. What is the search box item? Title search class might work. See class is working or not. Okay, one of three is coming. Might not work. Yeah, name equal to q. That is unique. Name equal to q. So I can identify the element with the help of the name. Hmm. So what I'll do, driver dot find element by dot name what is the name called queue. Then I want to dot send keys space a. Okay, that is the way I want to send it. After that, you need to give some time because sometime after pending it, it might require 1 or 2 seconds to give all the value. So here you need to give some exact time thread dot sleep hard coded value 2 or 3 seconds. Otherwise, those kind of stuff might not work. Okay. So after that, once you are giving some hard coded value, then what you will be doing, you'll be getting some option. So you need to create the XPath for those all option, right? All the XPath will be same. So you can select anything. You could able to see it is the parent class is div class, right? Sum is the value. Okay. So if you just create the XPath with the first class, so give press Control F slash slash div at the rate class equal to, you could see one of 10 element. Now you could see if you go one by one, right? All the element, whatever drop down is coming only one of 10 element. So that means 10 element with the what you could able to find. Next time it can change also because in case some element is adding right immediately in the web page. So that is the way you can find out the element. Okay, so what I'll do, I will do driver dot find elements. What is return type? List of web element by dot xpath. What is the XPath I have created? That is the XPath I have created. So I'll be storing in list of web element. Say I can give some valuable called options. Okay, now done. Oh, I need to import that list from the Java. Now if I want to get the size, so what I can do, I can go with that options dot size. It is giving me the integer value. Now I can print out, right? Manually I go is 10. So here I will through the automation script, I will see how many options is there with the similar way. Okay, it will be printing me giving me out, and you could see now it is 11, might be it's changed. Okay, so here if you go with the manual also, you might be getting 11. Okay, because sometime right it get added here, you could see. Now if you just type here, 1 second. Okay, it might be 11 options. Okay, so press Ctrl F again. Okay, so that is the way it might give you the size here. Here it is giving, because I have still going with the new browser, but sometimes if you open a new browser, so it might be 11. Okay, but it is system driven. You don't need to worry about that. Then now next question is that I want to select the options here. Anything like say I want to select here Haradhan automation library from that options. Okay, then how can I select it? So for that one, you need to go with that some loop for integer I equal to 0, I less than, what is the value? I will go till option minus size minus 1 because I am starting with 0, I plus plus. I can give some condition called if loop within the for loop. If my options dot get by every I, right, dot get text. I'm just calling the text, getting the text, get text. There is something called get text dot equals ignore case, means case sensitive part I'm ignoring. Then I just give it something called as and when it is equal with Haradhan automation library. As and when it is matching, then what I will do, I will be clicking on that options dot get of I dot click dot click, and I'll break out the loop simply, right? You already learned that one because you no need to continue. So that is the way. Let's try to execute the code and let's see how it is happening. So it will open, it will enter, and it will clicking on that link based on the thing is given, right? It is working like that is the way. That is the way in case you are having some sort of auto suggestive drop down, right? You can definitely kind of get to know the what are the options is available. You can get the XPath because that will be similar only because that is the standard structure of the auto suggestive drop down or Ajax drop down. Okay, and then you can also click on any option based on a requirement. Okay, and then you can deal with that. Okay, I'll repeat it once more time. After that, in case you are having any questions, I will take it forward. Okay, so frame is nothing but like embedded kind of web page or HTML document embedded inside another HTML document. So you cannot detect the frame in case something is available because frame will be not spreaded across the whole web page. Sometimes frame can be part of the web page. So there is an option in case the frame is there. If you just right click, there will be option called reload frame or right kind of or frame source, all this stuff. But if you press F12 button and if you go search with frame or iframe, then you can get to know whether the tag name starting with tag name frame is iframe is available. Then only you can identify and then you can get the count. Once you get the number of count of how many frame is iframe is available, you can handle the frame first. After that, you can interact with the element inside the frame. So there is a option called indexing or name or ID or web element reference. Capturing screenshot is always kind of a requirement for any kind of testing. It does not matter whether it's a manual testing, automation testing, or kind of API testing as well. So you need to always capture the screenshot, right? Right, whether it's a positive or failure also. Primary for the failure also, without the screenshot, you cannot let any stakeholder know because you until you are having the evidences, so you cannot log a defect. Sometimes defect can be rejected with the proper screenshot of the step related information. Sometimes your screenshot will giving other stakeholder references that what is the exact root causes, what is the defect, and they can figure it out also. So screenshot capturing three-step process. You need to first create an object for the text screenshot interfaces. Then you can store them in the source file, and then you can copy that source file to the destination file. So you can create the method, static method also for the screenshot, so that in number of time you can call it and you can capture the screenshot in number of time as well. In case some sort of alert or pop-up is coming, right, you can handle those part with the help of the alert interfaces. You can accept the alert, you can dismiss the alert, you can get the text of the alert, or you can add some keys also to the alert. Headless browser testing, in case some of the specific system does not have any browser installed, or you just don't want to open the GUI part, you want to execution, do the execution in the fast forward manner with the reduced time frame, you can go with the headless browser testing. The best headless browser is lightweight is HTML unit driver. Apart from that, there are a couple of browser also you can go with the headless browser testing. Ghost, Phantom JS, Chrome, Zombie JS, OATR. But primarily I have used HTML unit and the Chrome only. Okay, but you can use those also. Cookies are nothing but kind of key value pair combination. So as and when you are surfing some of the thing in your mobile, laptop, desktop in different browser. So some of the information will be stored, browser specific information, whatever you have visited will be stored your cookies. So that right next time, right, instead of opening, you can immediately type something, it will be giving you suggestion. So that is the beauty of the cookies. Okay, from the automation standpoint, right, why cookie is important? So that by the cookies information, right, you can get to know what are the pages you have covered and it will give you the proper coverage, right? So these are the page already covered. So you can, other person without having that strong background in the coding, still they can, from the business standpoint, they can get to know these are the pages not covered, all this stuff, and they can give the coverage matrix for the automation as well. Cookies are browser specific, right? And cookies having some maximum limit. In case it's crossed the maximum limit, older value will be removed and newer value will be stored. Cookies are case sensitive and so you can add the cookies, you can get the cookies name, you can delete the cookies, you can delete the cookie by name as well. ByAll Locator, right? In case your one element locator is failing, right, there's a probability that that element locator might get changed randomly. You can go with multiple combinations, so you can use the ByAll Locator, where you can, in case one is not working, it will wait second, it will type of second one, third one, and so on like that way. Especially for some of the website, especially for some of the suggestion box, right? There might be some option. If you enter something, automatically it will give you some suggestive drop down field value. So you can get to know, right, what are the how many suggestion is coming, and if you want to select some suggestion from the drop down list, you can also deal with that also. So that is the way you can select an option from the auto suggestive Ajax drop down list using Selenium WebDriver. So that's all from today's session, guys. Thank you.